Hello, everyone.
Awesome.
Really excited to be here. You probably can hear that in my voice. I'm going to start by posing a very important question. And it is, who here loves their belly? You can raise your hand in the chat. You can use some of the emojis. You can tell us in the chat how much you love your belly and all of that. Cool. I certainly do. And I'm going to take you through a presentation that will hopefully make you rub your belly as well. My style of presentation today will go through sharing you a few of the products that we'll be selling in the social enterprise and telling you a little bit more about the idea and who it will target. I'm going to start by this dish. This dish is called kebab Hindi. It's a Syrian dish of kufta mixed with spices from the Middle East and in a rich tomato sauce. Really, really tasty. This is muhammara. It's a roasted red pepper dip mixed with walnuts and chili and olive oil and pomegranate molasses. Excellent dip with cheese and all types of food. To tell you a little bit about myself, my name is Abdulrahman Alhalawani. I come from Jordan, but I was raised in a Syrian household where I've had the most amazing mezes and dishes. You're probably familiar with some of them, things like hummus, falafel, fattoush, and others that you're probably not familiar with, like sayadiyeh, waraq dawali, kusa makmour, fool malla, and many more. I want to bring some of those dishes to your doorstep through this social enterprise that I'm working on. But living in a belly-loving household, I've always wanted to work with food. In fact, I wanted to be a chef, but the universe had a different plan for me. For 15 years, I've been working in the development sector, supporting marginalized communities, responding to social problems. In fact, what pulled me away from being a chef and working in the charity sector was the Iraq War. There was a huge influx of refugees to Jordan, and they required a lot of support. And I started volunteering with organizations in Jordan, supporting refugees, and that kind of completely changed my path in life and led me where I am today. But having been in the UK for the past 5 years and working in the charity sector, I noticed a lot of refugees still face integration issues here. Some of them were Riza alluded to in his presentation and others. There's insufficient support offered by the government, and there's no action taken to respond to the negative narrative around refugees. I wanted to address this gap, and I thought it's time for me to combine both my passions in food and responding to social challenges. And we'll be doing that through Mouneh. I'll get to Mouneh in a second, but to show you, we have here vine leaves, stuffed vine leaves. Once you try it, your life will completely change. Here we have bamia, it's okra, it's a stew. And here we have lebne, it's a nice healthy dip. It's strained yogurt, basically, and flavored. So Mouneh. Mouneh is a refugee-led kitchen, and it would refugee-led and run social kitchen. It will support refugees from different nationalities, celebrate their identity, their diversity, their culture through food and through making food. After all, we all know food connects people. But before we get into it, I want to explain what Mouneh means. Mouneh is an Arabic word which represents preserved seasonal food. Food you have readily available at home, in your pantry, whenever you're hungry or peckish or want a snack, it's there for you, and certainly your belly. And usually it comprises of vegetables and nuts and different preservation methods. Some versions of it, you already know of it, like magdouz, zaytoon, olives, maybe za'atar and labneh. And it's things that brings people around the table. It's communal, it's there for you, it's homey, and it's healthy. Some of the values that I would like for Mouneh to project. And a personal story, whenever I think of Mouneh, I smell my grandma's pantry in Damascus, where I used to sneak in and search for a snack. It's something that brings me warmth and comfort, and I'm hoping through Mouneh, I can bring some of that to you as well. Again, Mouneh will specialize in bringing you some Levantian preservatives and dishes to start with, and then from other cuisines, where you can always rely on it whenever you're hungry. Here we have sayadiyeh, Lebanese dish, baba ghanoush, delicious roasted smoky aubergines with spices and sauces, kebab, kufta batahiniya, kufta and tahini, rich tahini sauce. So to tell you a little bit about the problem or the opportunity as I see it, there's certainly the problem. But by supporting Mouneh, you wouldn't not only be serving your belly, but you also be supporting a huge community behind it. a community of mothers, of fathers, sons and daughters, friends and neighbors, people trying to resettle in the UK after fleeing their home countries, and to have a fresh start in the country. Mouneh will capitalize on their expertise to bring you the most delicious dishes, and also by giving them a dignified experience here. Some of the problems that refugees resettling in the UK face, Riza alluded to some of them. They don't understand the UK market. They require employability skills and language proficiency as well. And Stephen Hale from Refugee Action set out how could that be overcome. Through mentorship, similarly to what Turn, Results CIC, and Social Enterprise are doing through this program, through group sessions, understanding the job market, and also through offering job placements and experience in the workplace. There's a scale for this where it could be in the UK and also to Europe, given the amount of people that are being resettled in Europe. The solution that I'm thinking about, as you can probably understand, it will capitalize on people resettling in the UK, will produce flavor-packed meals and preservatives being sold online and different avenues. It will support with employability training, support with gaining income, and hopefully changing the negative narrative around refugees resettlement. Mouneh will also offer opportunities to refugees to have a base, to celebrate their culture, to bring their cuisine, to feel like home while they're away from home. I will sell the products to food lovers, people from diaspora living in the UK or in Europe, and I will have minimum footprint, hopefully, through my products. Knowing that the food industry is around 121 billion a year and employs about 440,000, and there's a huge opportunity for SMEs being 97% of the market. Here we have loukhia. It's an Egyptian actually dish. It's a herb similar to spinach, very tasty. My favorite makdous is preserved eggplants, aubergines with walnuts and red peppers. The product, as you have gathered by now, will be making food preservatives and ready-made meals sold and delivered to your doorstep. What makes us different from competitors in the market is that a lot of refugee-focused organizations do cooking classes and catering services, but we'll be doing ready-made meals that will be delivered to your doorstep. I'm going to skip through these. They're very tasty. Watch that space for some of them and get to you our selected revenue model. We'll have 4 different types of clients, ones that have one-time purchase, ones that buy a hamper, a number of products, preservatives and meals, others that have subscription where they can receive monthly deliveries, or platinum where they can sponsor the training of a refugee while hopefully influencing the menu. Here we have Lebanon Kabara, so tasty. And the big vision for the program is that we want to grow vertically and horizontally. Vertically is to create the kitchens that offer training and employability, and hopefully for those kitchens to become self-sustained, run by refugees and become suppliers on their own, supporting Mouneh and other restaurants, cafes, shops in the UK, to scale to other parts of the UK where refugees live, and hopefully later to Europe. We will start with Levantine cuisine, but also hopefully scale to different cuisines from around the world to celebrate the diversity of people living in the UK. Skipping those, our competitive analysis will focus on that we bring you tasty products, high quality product. We're not going to compromise on price because we want to bring you something tasty and good. We have easy delivery that you can order through an app or website, hopefully low footprint with sustainable packaging, huge social value, and something easy to have. How can you help today? You can help us by either selecting the menu, by deciding on the price, or connections and building a community. There's a QR code here that I will share the link also in the chat for, where I've designed a small survey that consists of the menu,